In business media, these biases look like the false narratives fed to women about money that disregard their experiences and viewpoints. You've heard them before. Articles that claim the pay gap is a women's decision, or that women don't like to invest, or women are frivolous spenders. I can tell you that none of those ridiculous storylines are true. But media shapes the narrative, and business controls the money. And when business media does not adequately cover women as the brilliant founders, innovators, investors, and leaders that they are, it perpetuates inaccuracies about women, money, and their roles as business leaders. To change the story, we have to change the storytellers. We must learn how to be innovative entrepreneurs, investors, and CEOs by listening to and learning from the women building in fintech. Throughout this book, the stories of female leaders will rewrite the narrative with the truth. Women have always played an integral role in shaping our finance and technology innovations. Maybe you just haven't heard about them yet. The media has the power to shape beliefs and drive change. By accurately highlighting women's contributions in business and finance, we can shift the narrative and ensure that women's voices are heard and their businesses are valued. As a journalist, my job is to observe and critique the industries I cover. It is also my job to amplify voices that need to be heard, spread awareness, and describe perspectives that are otherwise overlooked. The lack of women's stories in sectors so crucial to our society, economy, and culture can't continue. To combat this, I have decided to concentrate my reporting on women-led companies while examining fintech's future through a feminist perspective. Women do not simply operate feminist fintech companies. And fintech feminism goes beyond just a feminine approach to fintech. Instead, fintech feminism critically analyzes the industry as a whole, scrutinizing how systemic flaws stem from an inequitable representation of women and the global majority. This perspective challenges the status quo and advocates for action to lead to a more inclusive fintech landscape that genuinely reflects diverse voices and experiences. Feminism isn't exclusive to any gender or ethnicity. It advocates for social, political, and economic equality between everyone, women and men. Historically, men's perspectives have been the default, shaping our financial system in one direction. Amplifying women's stories, promoting women into leadership roles, and funding their businesses is crucial to creating a financial system that serves our economy in many directions. This, in turn, will help to prevent the crises and wealth disparities at the root of many current societal issues, including healthcare and climate change. Given the biased media landscape, it's no surprise that women are underrepresented in fintech. We've been bombarded with stories that perpetuate outdated narratives, creating cycles of systemic oppression. Men lead in business, and women lead in homemaking. The reality is much more of a yes-and situation. It's not mutually exclusive to be a business person and homemaker. In fact, most women are handling both. But when we tell stories from one perspective that present women as only one role and do not showcase their leading roles in different spaces, these stories create vicious cycles of homogeneity. The founders who receive funding secure media attention, hire their friends, and ultimately shape the structure of our economy and society. In turn, media plays a critical role in the lack of funding, equitable pay, and promotion of women in fintech as operational leaders. As a result, the dominance of a single voice in the leadership of financial services and technology institutions has created significant gaps in innovation, increased fraud, revenue losses, and recurring economic crises. Products designed predominantly by men tend to be skewed toward male users, highlighting a critical issue: the need for a more inclusive approach to financial services. The hopeful question arises: how will financial services become more functional, equitable, and impactful for everyone when women and people of color drive the innovation? By the end of this book, we will answer that question by showcasing that when women lead, they create financial products that cater to the unique needs of women, people of color, students, caregivers, mothers, entrepreneurs, small business owners, and underserved communities.